Shalom, family. There's a very interesting story that's going around about Colin Kaepernick, the sports player. I believe he plays football. I think the story is interesting because he took a stand by sitting down. Okay, and I applaud him for that. During the National Anthem, he decided that he was going to take a seat and just look down and just, not give any type of honor to that song, to them singing to the flag, okay? And so right now, let me tell you something. Even though he's mixed race, you have white folk coming out of the woodworks, angry as I don't know what, because this young man decides that he don't want to give any type of honor, praise, or glory to the flag by honoring the singing of the national anthem, okay? These patriotic people, they think that regardless to what they have done to anyone in history in this country, and regardless to us finding out what the red stripes represent, okay, that's the blood of our ancestors, okay, regardless to us finding out these things, they still get angry when we or anyone decides not to honor this flag. First of all, that is worship, and we are to worship no other Elohim, but they want to worship this flag, and they expect us to do the same. They expect everyone to do the same. And although this young man is mixed race, he said, look, the way you have treated black people in this country, Latino people, mixed people, because he even talked about his own experience with police. They don't care that he has one white parent. It's a demon in them that just can't stand any person of color. Anyone who is not so-called white person, they can't stand you. And so they feel like it's an insult if you don't honor their flag. This should tell the world, not just us here in America, but this should tell the world that there is something going on in the hearts of these people, okay? And I'm focusing specifically on America because this is where this took place. And for them to be so infuriated by this to the point of taking the man's jerseys and some of the relics that some of the things that they've purchased and paid money for to represent him, his jerseys and all this kind of stuff, they are burning it. They are burning anything with his name on it. And trust me, if they had the freedom to burn him at the stake, they probably would. But the only thing they can do is take to YouTube, get on the internet, and take video showing how much they disapprove of what he's done, despite the fact that he told you the reason why he's doing it is because he wants the violence to stop against black people. Only a crazed person, only a reprobate mind don't understand his reasoning. His reasoning is very, very reasonable. So this young man took a stand by sitting down. And I applaud him for that. Which is much more than I can say for some black people. I think his name was Usain Bolt from Jamaica, who won many medals in the Olympics. He did something totally different. He was being interviewed, and in the middle of his interview, he stopped his interview so that he could pay homage to the national anthem of America. So you have this so-called black man who's going to stop his interview so that he can respect the American national anthem. But you have the so-called mixed fella who says, you know what, I don't have no respect for such a bloody flag that has killed people in the name of their freedom. You see the difference? It seems like we as a so-called people, so-called black people, we are slipping backwards to where we are honoring, worshiping, praising, and having devotion for our enemies. And it takes someone who is not even fully black. There's no one black, period. But you know what I mean. I'm trying to say it takes someone who is mixed race to take a stand by sitting down. Because you got black people who want to put their hand over their heart, bow their head, lift it up, whatever, to sing praises to a flag that was a symbol of the blood shed of our people. This is why we need to learn history. We need to learn history, get a grip, and stop stop honoring people who can't stand us. I think it's very sickening the backlash that this young man is getting for taking such a stand by sitting down. You see, I think it's such ignorance that America is showing the world time and time again. But again, we are in the land of our captivity. We are dealing with people who have a perpetual hatred for us, okay? So there is no surprise here. But the only surprise is our people who can't get it as much as someone who's considered a Gentile. He knows better, and he was brave enough to do this. I would like to see more of our own people brave enough to do the same thing. I remember there was a Rotary Club meeting here, and we were invited to speak at the Rotary Club meeting. We did the same thing when they were doing their Pledge of Allegiance. Everybody had their hand over their heart. They were reciting it, and we just looked off to the side just like this, and we just put our hand on our heart. We just had our arms folded right in front of us and looked off to the side just like that. And did nobody say nothing to me. But guess what? I was prepared to give an answer if they did try to say something to me. I was prepared to give an answer. Okay, I'm finished with this video, family. Shalom to you. Enjoy the rest of your day.